What on earth? A basilisk? This is a basilisk? Yeah, I'm having a fun time. I love FF9. Mostly, I feel like the thing is, I'm mostly just really happy to be playing Final Fantasy again after, like, the last FF playthrough was in December and it was Crisis Core Reunion. I'm just really glad to be playing a Final Fantasy game, but 9 is a great one. Give me this. So I think that definitely has, I think that's got a little bit of something to do with it. Oh, and now do I use this bell, maybe? Yeah, now we use the bell. Zidane. Vermesia's royal palace is beyond these steps. It must be in ruins just like everything else. I can't bear to see it like that. I understand, but we can't go back now. We have to find out who's behind this. I want to find out who those guys were and why I look like them. Look, Vivi's scared too, but we have to face reality. Come on, Freya, it'll be okay. Vivi, do you really know what you're doing? The answer you seek may forever change your life for the worse. Yeah, but I have to. I have to find out who I am. I'm scared. What if I'm not even human? Vivi. What are you talking about? I'm not human, but you definitely human. Someone's coming. Who are you? Are you in league with the Black Mages? No. Oh, well, they're not gonna believe that. You're lying. There's a Black Mage right behind you. No, I didn't do anything. I would never hurt anyone. Lies. He's telling the truth. Freya? It's good to see you, Dan. Damn, I haven't seen you in years. Where you been? Actually, this isn't the best time to talk. We gotta get back out of here fast. There are Black Mages swarming all over the place. What are you waiting for? Where's the king? I don't know. I didn't see him in the palace. Well, I'm going. I've got my own family to worry about. Freya, forget about the king and get out of here. We're no match for those Black Mages. I will protect my home and my king at any cost. Let's go to the palace. So I think this is where it starts, where we have to, like, follow... I have to, like, do specific things to get an ATE later in the game. 9's the best FF IMO. Honestly, I would, like... It's not my favorite FF. It's my number 4 right now. It might bump up to number 3 when I'm done with this playthrough, maybe. But I only played the game once. It's my number 4 right now. Really close to number 3, which is FF8. But, I would honestly, like, if someone told me, like, yo, my favorite's 9, like, 9's a solid favorite. That's definitely, like, one of the best ones. Like, I would agree with that, yeah. And obviously, like, your favorite game, my favorite game and my second favorite franchise is, like, entirely subjective. So, like, it could be very different. As long as someone's, like, not like, oh, 12 is my favorite. Like, 12 is a good game, but I can't see 12 being anyone's favorite, personally, even though I like 12 a good bit. But anyway, I'm gonna make sure I do this right. You saw the scene already. You need to enter the building in front of you through the door at ground level rather than through the door upstairs. Okay, in the following paragraph, so we gotta do this right. Hate's final boss scared the heck out of me? What, the Griever GF? Or probably just Ultimatia's final form in general? Alright, what happens here? So, afterwards go up the steps through the door at the ground level. Come on, dear, we have to go now. I can't move anymore. Go on without me. No, I can't do that. Remember that promise we made each other in front of Master Gizam? I hate saying this thing's name. How could I forget? But my only wish now is for you and our child to survive. Please bear a healthy child, darling. Raise him to be strong. Oh, Cal. Cal? Cal, I think is how you say that. It's too dangerous to stay here. You have to escape the Limblum. I'm sure Regent Sid will protect you. But my husband, he was hurt by those black mages. He can't move. How can we possibly escape to Limblum? Look out! Oh, slowly losing your face? Oh, you mean the ending? That's the ending, is what you're describing. Basically. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, I played FF8 when I was like 13. I didn't play it when I was like a kid. I played it when I was like a teenager. I can definitely see that being a little... I can definitely see that being a little freaky for someone younger, depending on your age or something. Oh, that was close. Jeez, thanks. The ending of FF8 is weird. I love FF8, but it's got the ending's a little weird, even though I get the message they were trying to do. Thank you. Wei, Cal, are you alright? Yeah, we survived somehow. Can you give me a hand? Sure. Thanks again, pal. Maybe I'll see you again in Limblum. By then, my kids will be born. You definitely have to come and see them. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Take care. I think that was part of what we had to do. We saw the scene. Back outside. Run to the stairs to the right. Phoenix Town. I think over here is another mimic. Yeah, this is a mimic. Yet again. 13-3 is my favorite. Oh, Lightning Returns. I haven't played any of the 13 games. I mean, I heard 13 is a controversial game in general, but I heard the 13 games like get worse as they go. I mean, that's the consensus of what I heard. I haven't played any of them. And I refuse to... I'm not really one to be like, oh, a game sucks if I hear it sucks. Because my opinions could be different. I like 10-2. Most people don't like 10-2, so that's Exhibit A. I have the minority opinion with FF10-2. So, I'm definitely not the person who would not play a game because it sucked. I'm gonna play all the 13 games, even though I've heard mixed things about them. I'm sure 13, like, at least 13-1 has its fan base. I've heard people say good things about the game, but the consensus is, like, that it's not very, like, it's okay to not good. Am I doing this right? Well, this is like where the save is, isn't it? Pretty sure the Moogle's here. Only time I ended FF8, or better said, saw it finish, was my brother playing it 15 years ago. I was 8. Yeah, that, again, that's fair. Like, under 10, I can definitely see the ending of 8 being a little creepy. Is there anything here we can use? 10-2 is good. I love 10-2. Not even like the gameplay. Not just the gameplay is what I love about it. People who think I love 10-2 are like, oh, you probably just like the gameplay. Yeah, I do like the gameplay more than the original 10, and the original 10 has amazing gameplay. but I just like the jobs. But also, I think the story is a little meh. The story is not the best. I do think Yuna as a protagonist is just amazing, and her growth is great. And I think seeing Spira 2 years after the original 10, I think what they were going for was well done, honestly. Like, the point of the game was supposed to be like, hey, it's a little more laid back, because 10 was so depressing and like tragic, because like you're on this pilgrimage and Yuna knows she's gonna die. So I even think like the world of Spira is really good in 10 too. I think the story could have been better, but overall I think the story's fine for what it does. And also, like, FF10's story was so amazing, so I think it was impossible to top it. This spear. Oh yeah, just take it, Freya. Finders keepers. It's pretty light and easy to use. Hey, mithril spear. Alright, let's go beat up some black mages. Zidane. Come on, you know I don't mean you. I know. Poor Vivi, man. It cannot be easy, but never mind. Vivi. So we have the mithril spear for Freya? Raise wind. I think I remember that being a good skill. We're almost done with Dragoon or Dragon Killer. I almost said Dragoon. Freya is a Dragoon. We're almost done with Dragon Killer, so once we're done with Dragon Killer, we will put that on. Alright, what do we have in this door? I think this is the Moogle, isn't it? Yeah, this is where the Moogle hangs out. The Mog Shop. What do you want to do, Kupo? Give Atla a letter. Thanks for delivering the letter. I heard that Stiltskin is headed in your direction, Kupo. I've never met him. Tell me what he's like if you meet him. I skipped that line, I'm sorry. Check to see if he travels, etc. I never met Stiltskin either. I'll give this to you in exchange for delivery. Kupo, no. I have a favor to ask. Okay. Thanks, Kupo. There's another letter. Give me the Mog Shop. Needle Fork. Already have the mithril. Oh, wait, did I give him the Steiner? I think I did. Get another pair. Steiner has them. I'll take in more of these Magus hats. Barbot? Barbot? Barboot? However you say that. Bronze vest for Kina. And that should be fine. Bronze armor. Oh no, bronze armor is worse, but like I'll put it on, I guess, to learn Bird Killer. Magus hat for you. Oh, you know what? I could do this. Dragon Killer. Mithril Spear. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. That should be fine. The story is the weakest point in 10-2, but the other parts of the game make for it. I disagree with the story, like, maybe the weakest part. I don't even think the story's bad, though. Like, I think the story is, like, fine to good. It's got some really neat themes in it. Like, the whole, like, Shuyin and Xanarkin, the whole Shuyin and Vegnagun stuff is good enough. It doesn't nearly get to as amazing as 10's story is, but I think it's, like, I think it's good, personally. But I understand people being like, oh, it's not as good as 10's, because it's not as good as 10's, but I don't even think it's bad. I think it's, like, fine to good. But also, Yuna's growth is amazing, and she's a great protagonist. The weakest point of 10-2 is not the story. The weakest point of 10-2 is the 100% requirements. Because most people are not going to 100% 10-2 on their first run, and when they see how much of the stuff is optional, they're gonna think the game sucks. I think 10-2 was horribly executed with the percentage, because when people play 10-2, they're not gonna get 100%, because getting 100% without a guide is difficult. So people are gonna be like, oh, see, the game sucks. But if you 100% 10-2, it is worth it. It's really worth it. But it's unfortunate how hard it is to do without a guide. So I think that's the weakest point of 10-2, just the way percentage was handled. I don't think the story sucks. I think the story was like pretty good, personally. Nowhere near as good as 10, but you know. And people may disagree with me on that, honestly, because people hate 10-2, and I think people hate 10-2 for stupid reasons, like the whole Charlie's Angels setting and like the fan service. I think that's why most people hate 10-2, and you know, I think that's wrong, honestly, but I don't want to go too much into it because I have a 10-2 playthrough and I pretty much talked about it during the review of that game. Well, look who we have here. Hey buddy, do you want to buy something? Hello. Yeah, take it. I'll buy this. I don't like the monster and team possibility in 10-2 HD. 10-2 itself was great, alright. Oh, what? Creature Creator? Creature Creator's fine. I mean, you don't have to mess with it. It's kind of, like, optional. Thanks, this will keep me going for another week or so. I love being able to use Nuge, Barreleye, and Gipple in a party. It's just really cool. Personally. But also, it's, like, very separate from the main story. It doesn't even tie into 100%. Like, it has its own completion. I think Creature Creator has its own completion thing. Like, percentage. Alright, heal me up. I'm talking too much about 10-2. But I love 10-2. It's my second favorite Final Fantasy game. I will defend it till the day I die. I don't necessarily want people to suddenly be like, oh yeah, I all of a sudden like 10-2 and you're right. I just want people, I will always defend it. I just want people to know why I like the game and that the game is not as bad as people say. Because it gets way too much flack. Is it going to be everyone's favorite Final Fantasy? No, not even close, but calling it bad, especially because of like, oh, fan service and Charlie's Angels references, is stupid. You should see the reason people hate on that game. It's just unfair. And 10-2 does have some unnecessary minigames, like the massaging minigame and the hot spring scene, but I mean, that doesn't really compare to like the 30 to 40 hours you spend with the game. Yeah, 10 and 10-2 are my second favorite Final Fantasy games. They are both amazing. I love them both. I will always be on the side that's like 10 has the better story and 10-2 has the better gameplay, even though 10's gameplay is still really good. But, if they make a 10-3, and I really hope they make a 10-3, I hope it has a story as great as 10 and like a gameplay. Well, it'd probably be like, honestly, if they were doing gameplay, I kind of want gameplay like FF7 Remake, to be honest. I was going to say I wanted gameplay like 10-2. I hope they give us gameplay with like ATB in action, kind of like they did with 7R. Oh, that would be so amazing. A gameplay like 7 Remake and like a story on the level of 10. Man, would I love it. Okay, I'm losing my... Okay, wait, I want to go back here really quick. I already read this. Alright, we did the Mognet stuff already. We already got stuff already.